are live. J Chris Newberg, guys. What's happening?
This is the brand new theme song to your show.
I'm ready. I'm going to share it.
Okay. Tell me when you want me to start.
You can start.
Okay. We're down in Florida. That's in Florida. We're on a podcast in a car. It's the captain's log, and Brian will not drive unless I'm playing my guitar.
You have to play the guitar.
And if you doubt how much I'd die if we crashed, you would not be wrong. What's up with that? Get your vodka, get your comedy, get your early morning radio 3 stops before 8 a.m. Oh, it's 8:39, Captain's Log.
Thank you. That was off the cuff, buddy. Here we go.
I think people could tell. That
You think? You think? I thought you...
I think I
You don't think that was scripted?
No, I think it was good.
Appreciate you joining me, man. It wasn't really by choice. You just had to do radio, and this is what we do for touring comedians, huh?
This is the gig.
And I get you in the car so I can ask you a bunch of good questions.
Yeah, comedians with guitars getting driven.
In the cars.
In the cars.
With guitars.
With guitars.
And you didn't want a coffee this morning, huh? I asked you.
I don't drink coffee.
I asked you if you want Dunkin' Donuts, anything.
Nope.
Breakfast or nothing? You just go straight up.
No, I'm trying to starve myself for when I host Confetti on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So is this a fast? That's what they call it these days.
Well, no, I do the intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Yeah, twice a week. And
How does that work? Tell me what you do.
Well, you just, it's 16 hours in between
Yep.
meals where all you're allowed is water.
Right.
It's not so hard.
No, it's not that hard because you do it at night. I do it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, like, I'll stop eating at like 9,
Right.
and then I can eat at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No, and people are always so confused. They're like, well, they should call breakfast something because you're breaking a fast. I'm like, how about breakfast?
Yeah, breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. It's just like, why don't they have a magazine about making America great again called Magazine?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I get it.
That's a thing.
That should be coming.
Shout out to Carl Remy.
Carl Remy, comedian extraordinaire. Been on the show many times, my good buddy.
Carl, I hope he didn't make you play guitar.
No, Carl doesn't play the guitar. Carl likes to hit the gym.
Nice.
Works out.
Yeah, he
You know.
knows about intermittent fasting.
That's right. That's right. He does. He does. So where are you coming in from?
I was just in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Yep, and I flew to Florida by Florida, as the cool kids like to call it, by way of Atlanta.
Atlanta, the ATL.
Yep, the ATL. Heard a really horrible conversation where I refer to myself as Airplane Chris. When I get tired, I get irritated, like irritable, and I'm not even doing a bit. Like, I just can't not get annoyed out loud. And I'm a pretty calm person, but like if I haven't slept a bunch,
Yeah.
there was this guy and he was hitting on this girl in front of me while, you know, like when you're in line on the jetway,
Yep.
you're just trying to get on the plane and it's all bottlenecked and whatever.
Of course.
This guy's in front of me and he's like, oh, because there's a Shake Shack here at the airport. Isn't that weird? And she's like, that is weird. He's like, I like Shake Shack shakes. He's like, they're good. She's like, that is weird. He's like, do you take Uber? And I was like, come on!
Let's go.
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
And
J Chris Newberg's our guest today on the Captain's Log, guys. You can find him at The Chris Army, right?
At The Chris Army.
Yes.
Shout out to Brendan Mulvena.
Yeah, Brendan Malvena in the house watching the Captain's Log here today. So, Chris, this is what? Is this your 5th or 6th time here?
I think it's more than that. I was 2 years prior to when the pipe burst in Marco Island at that house that we used to stay at.
Oh, wow. In the ceiling or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole ceiling fell?
Whole ceiling fell. I was there like 2 years before that.
Wow. That was a while ago. My goodness. So you might have even been 10 times here.
I think so, yeah.
And have we ever done the Captain's Log?
No, it's the first time on the log.
First time on the log, man. It's because I was kind of lazy. I would only do it randomly. I should have done it all the time.
First off, you've never been lazy. Shout out to Vicky Baker.
Hey, Vicky.
You've never been lazy. every time I come in town, you're like, oh, I got this new thing. I invented the straw, or like, oh, have you thought about putting, iPads on top of the roof of your car so that like planes can see? You're a hustler.
I know. I'm always coming up with something. Imagine if I acted on everything that I thought of, though.
I mean, there's time.
There is. I try to do as much as I can, but I can't do it all. It's the story of my life.
Yeah, it's crazy.
One day something's gonna hit big, though.
Absolutely.
It's gonna hit big time.
I believe in it.
I'm pushing this vodka right now.
Oh, that's right. You got vodka.
It's sugar-free, gluten-free.
Sugar-free. Is it better than, or on the same? Is it competitive with Tito's?
It is. It's actually very similar because the style of distilling that Tito's does, we do the same thing. Although we're 26 calories less than Tito's. I don't want to brag, but
no, you don't need to. It brags itself.
It's organic and it's all Florida made, and
you're using all the right buzzwords.
We are.
Do you only use that vodka in your restaurant?
I do.
So no one can. If I come in, I'm like, I'd like a Tito's.
We have Tito's and we have Well, but for the most part, everything is. All of our specialty drinks are Captain Brian's. All my gin, my rum, my vodka, my dark rum. It's all made like that.
Do you have Do you have a to-go license? Can people buy it there?
I sell it in almost 70 stores in Florida, and I just broke out of about 180 new stores that I've signed a deal with.
That's
Can
great.
you play me a tune?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, play me something what's it? I love some of the new stuff.
Okay. You want me to leave you want me to
No, you can go full on, baby, full on. This is the log.
This is the log.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, how about this one? Okay, I'll do the voicemail one that I just said.
I like that one.
This should be everybody's outgoing voicemail because everybody hates when people call them. Please don't leave a message, and I hate that you call. If you leave a voicemail, I'll kick you in the balls. Never mind, just hang up. I hate you now. Please don't leave a message. Please don't leave a message. Please don't leave a message. Never mind, I blocked you. There you go.
People aren't leaving messages anymore, right? You call. If you do want to talk to them, you call. Right. And then when the message comes on, you immediately hang up and you send them a text.
It's lazy.
Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, why not just send them a text?
I think because if you want to get something out right away,
right,
and you're driving, you call.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think you do send a text.
I think that's the way to go. I do a lot of the voice text thing.
I do the video. Like if I'm driving, I'll just put on record, send a video like, hey, this is me, this is what I want to tell you, and you are going to click on this message and watch it.
Yeah, that's great.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, I do. It's like it's super old school and everything. But, it's easier if I'm driving. Are you allowed to text in Florida?
You are, but I put the phone right there and I just hit play and record.
That's crazy.
Boom. And I just do it and talk.
That's nuts.
It's good though.
Yeah.
I love the technology these days.
Technology's huge.
What do you think?
Can you imagine when you were younger, when you were growing up and you were on the bike or the scooter or the skateboard? Side note, I think the hardest part about scooters is that people have to see you on them.
Yeah, that's the roughest.
That's the worst thing. When you were, at your wee smallest, did you ever think, hey, there's going to be a time in my life where I'm driving, I'm on the phone doing a podcast, pitching a vodka I've created, and then on my way to another radio station to promote so people come out to my restaurant comedy club, and it's all technology?
No, I did not ever think of those scenarios together.
What was the dream? Like, what did you want to be?
A chef.
A chef?
I wanted to be a chef, and I wanted to have a restaurant, and I accomplished that pretty quick. I mean, when I was 23, I think I was 23, and I opened up my first restaurant in Marco Island. So that was done. The dream was met.
Okay.
And then it's never stopped.
Okay, then it was a brand new dream. After each, so once you hit the goal, is it like Mr. Jones from Counting Crows? You've got all your dreams come true.
I like the struggle. Yeah, I like the struggle of getting there, and then I kind of I feel like the novelty wears off a little bit once it gets to the plateau of success.
Right.
I don't. I want to go on to the next thing.
Okay.
But I always have to have a couple little irons in the fire at once. That keeps me going.
Yeah, I get bored. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's not just music or just stand-up or just writing. If I'm on the road, I want to be on a show. If I'm on a show, I want to be on the road.
Yeah.
I want to be writing. I want to do all that other stuff. So, yeah, I just...
So you recently started a new podcast.
Yeah, my podcast is fun. You guys should check it out. Heroin has a great publicist. It's about things that are fucked that people do anyway.
Right.
And if anybody who is listening to the show or watching on my page, shout out to the addicts. What up, kids? What up, fam? It's just it's such a fun thing. It's like, regardless of how many people are watching or listening, there's something so powerful and honest about being able to do a podcast, because you're just talking, and it's not like the people who listen, whether it's the 7 now live or
Right.
700, however many it is that it ends up being, they come to you.
Yep.
Maybe not all at once when they have time. It's just like things
Exactly.
you download, but they're legit fans.
Yep.
And they want to be there. They want content.
And they interact and they send you messages, and it's fun. It's
Yeah.
like a whole family.
Yeah.
You call it the Chris Army.
I do. I call the Chris Army.
How'd you come up with that?
I hated my last name. I don't really hate it. It's like, but it's like, it's not memorable because I have the pretentious first initial J, born James, go by Chris. So I was J Chris Newberg, which arguably could be as Mellencamp popular if I became huge, but it's not the most immediately memorable.
Right.
You know, it's like the Yngwie Malmsteen of like names. You know, Brian Spina, that's sharp. Then you got the Captain.
Yeah.
It's there. You're already there.
It's all three?
Yes.
I need something for my followers. I keep asking somebody to name the followers. What are they going to be called?
The Little Buddies.
The little buddies.
Oh my God, that's great. The Little Buddies, because
That's what we should be?
yeah, the Little Buddies.
I
A
like
little
that.
buddy. Yeah, because it's full on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I
Skipper.
get it. And so they're all like little captains.
They're all little Gilligans.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, or you could call them Gilligans.
Yeah.
No, I think Little Buddies.
The Little Buddies is good, but I didn't get it until you said it full on.
But it's catchy.
Yeah.
Watch Captain's Log. What's up, Little Buddies? Huge.
Yeah, it's cute.
My
cute.
fans are junkies or addicts, not legit, but that's what they go by.
Uh-huh.
And you know, it's a thing. And then you get like, it'll be like, it could be a hashtag watch Captain's Log, hashtag LB. You're gonna have little buddy events.
Little buddy events. I like this.
And soon you can get in with your little buddy card.
Oh, like a VIP buddy.
Yeah, like if you want to come to the show and you want to buy a bottle of vodka, you get 10% off with your little buddy card.
Yeah. That's called the Captain's Circle.
The Captain's, okay.
I already have that.
All right, well, you know what?
It's an annual membership.
It's not going to fly for the podcast.
No.
You're not going to be like, what up, circlers? That's not going to work.
What up, roundabouts?
Yeah, Roundabouts is good.
Yeah.
Roundabouts is good. It sounds very Beach Boys song.
So what's next for you, man? You got this new Facebook show, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm working on Confetti, and that's fun.
Tell me the premises of the show, because I wasn't sure when you first said it, because I've never seen it, but I know it's really popular, and I have to now watch it.
Yeah, Confetti is super popular. It's a game show that you play on your phone. Your phone is your remote control. It's touchscreen. Couldn't be easier. It's like a 20-minute show. You start off, host comes on, he tells jokes, he gives you shout-outs.
So when the show comes live,
Yep.
Facebook has something on your phone that they can touch?
They send you a notification.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Confetti's live. So you just click on the notification.
Yeah.
It takes you to the Facebook page and you just hit play. So it's not as simple as like an HQ as far as technology, because we don't have our own separate app.
Okay.
There's actually 2 steps. However, you know, you follow it, and you know, it gives you the notification. You click on it. Next thing you know, you're playing 10 pop culture trivia questions. Sometimes the shows are themed. Like we had a Star Wars episode the other day and a teacher's episode yesterday.
Was that for May the 4th be with you?
It was.
I took a good guess there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we get good numbers, and sometimes we'll give away $50,000, and sometimes we'll give away 15 and 5 usually. But it's definitely like 10. Like tonight's episode is 10,000.
And you have like hundreds of thousands of people watch.
We do not have that much. We have like around 30,000 per episode live, and then people who watch the show afterwards, it's like 300,000-400,000.
Right.
Yeah, but they can't win if they're not playing live.
They have to play live to win.
Yeah.
So once they see the show, though, I can imagine that they're dying to play live the next time.
Everybody gets hooked.
Everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a fun.
This sounds awesome.
It's a more fun version of HQ.
I do on Saturday mornings. Sometimes I do barter with the captain, so they can barter with me anything they want.
Okay.
So if they want to get vodka or tickets, or I have gift cards, or I even have like stuff laying around the house, they can barter with me like stuff that they have, and I trade them out, and people like to do that.
That's awesome.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think that's really a lot of entertainment is going to be coming this way, I think.
I think there's a new platform that's hitting January 1st, 2020. It's called Quibi. Quibi, I want to say, is Jeffrey Katzenberg's new entertainment arm. And there's over $1 billion, and it's going to be basically an entertainment app on your phone, which you're like, I don't want another one. There's too much stuff. There's never too much stuff if the stuff that's coming out is good.
Correct.
You could have a show on Instagram story you could technically watch a Game of Thrones on Instagram story if it were good enough.
Correct.
So Quibi is coming out, and it's like they're looking for content like crazy. What they're doing is they're slimming down different formats. They're taking, like, let's say you say like an At Midnight show, which before was 24 minutes on Comedy Central.
Right.
Now they're going to do a 4-minute version of Quibi, so people can just watch it for 4 minutes, eat up the content, like it, go, boom, and they're going to make just as much money off 1 billion views on a 3-minute clip as they're going to on a 23-minute clip. And it's like, my theory for that is like the 5-hour energy drink has ruined and recreated all content, because people don't have time anymore, or we convince ourselves that we don't have time because we're being showered with all of this content. And it's like, if you say to somebody, watch this episode, how long is it, is the first thing they're going to say.
And then when they start watching, they like it. Oh my God, this guy, what's he doing? He's like cutting that guy off. They like it, but why do they immediately already start looking for other things?
Because it's habit.
They go to their phone, they're like, I love this clip. Watch this. And while you're watching it, you ever have somebody already scrolled something else? I'm like, you just told me to watch it.
Yeah.
You can't even stay on the phone. That's what my kids do.
Yeah.
That's how they work, their generation.
Well, I think obviously, or honestly, the most popular channel on Netflix is not watching Netflix, but scrolling, looking for different things to watch, and not clicking.
Yeah.
You have such commitment issues caused by such overwhelming amounts of content.
I agree. We're in Estero, Florida now, guys. We just left Fort Myers. We left 105.5 The Beat. We're heading to 103.9 Big Mama and the Wild Bunch, and this is the captain's log. I got J Chris Newberg performing live at Off the Hook Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow. 2 shows. It's a pleasure to have you, Chris. I love always talking to you, but more importantly, can we get out with a song?
Yeah.
Can we crank it up, buddy?
Another one?
This guy's the best, yes.
You should call your fans little buddies. That's it.
That's it, guys. The captain's log. We're live and we are out. Be good. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day.